Have you ever been the one holding the ladder for someone who later forgot you were there? You helped them when they were struggling. You believed in them when others doubted them. You supported them when the path ahead was uncertain. And when they finally rose, they walked forward without looking back. You reach out. You wait. You wait longer than you expected. But the call never comes. The message remains unanswered. And the silence hurts more than the struggle ever did. That is when the question forms. Why do people forget the very hands that lifted them up? Success changes identity. It is not only about money or status. It is about perception. Life accelerates. The phone rings constantly. New expectations replace old realities. In that rush, people from what feels like a former life can unintentionally fade into the background. Sometimes remembering who helped you means remembering who you used to be. And not everyone is comfortable revisiting vulnerability. Gratitude is heavier than most people admit. If someone gave you a crucial leg up, something that changed your life, how do you repay that? Often, you cannot. And that unpayable debt creates psychological discomfort. To say, "You helped me," is to admit, "I did not do this alone." For some, that admission threatens pride. So history gets softened, the sacrifice gets minimized, the memory grows selective. Not always from cruelty, but from self-protection. Sometimes avoidance is driven by shame. They know they have not called. The longer they wait, the harder it becomes. Guilt builds quietly. There is also fear. The fear of being seen as an ATM, or the discomfort of saying no to requests. And sometimes, success is not always as it seems. Public success often hides private pressure, debt, obligation, responsibility. Their silence may not be heartlessness, it may be instability. Now consider the heart of the helper. Helpers remember, not because they are keeping score, but because it cost them. Time that could not be replaced, money that was not easy to give, energy that was already stretched thin. When someone rises and does not look back, it feels personal, like being useful only for a season, like a ladder left on the ground after the climb. The expectation was not necessarily repayment, it was acknowledgement, a sign that the shared history mattered, that the sacrifice was seen. And when that acknowledgement does not come, the wound deepens. But that expectation is not wrong. Healthy relationships are built on mutuality. To give and receive is part of human design. There is another layer. Others are watching. If generosity consistently leads to visible pain, people begin to learn that helping is foolish, and that lesson spreads quietly. Here is the hard truth. If someone's ingratitude closes your heart, you lose twice, once in the sacrifice and again in your character. Gratitude humbles us. Ingratitude hardens us. If you were helped, remember, honor those who stood with you when you were small. And if you helped and were forgotten, guard your heart. Learn wisdom. Communicate expectations clearly. But do not allow bitterness to define you. The goal was never a transaction. It was to cultivate a culture. A garden, not a ledger. Help. Not because they will thank you, not because they will repay you, but because a hand reached out and you chose to hold it. If this video resonated with you, please like and share it. Subscribe to Faith That Thinks for more thoughtful conversations.